Hello, I would like to share our project for you. Our project name is Move Airdropper based on GitHub, which is a coin NFT airdrop tool implementation on Aptos network. Here is the short introduction for our project. Airdropper is both a Aptos-based airdrop tool and an extension of MoveDID. On one hand, it can be used to airdrop directly to a list of Aptos addresses. On the other hand, after binding Aptos addresses with GitHub accounts through MoveDID, it can be used to bulk airdrop to contributors of designated repo or organization. And the links that show in the screen are the demo link, repo link for our project, and homepage for MoveDID. The first part is the background for Airdropper. Airdropper is a dApp in DAO plugin system based on GitHub and Aptos. There are many builders that try to build a DAO system that includes airdrop pools and more, but probably it will be a standalone system. However, with the development of the open source culture, Git and GitHub already has the capability for large-scale multi-party asynchronous collaboration. Therefore, design a DAO plugin system based on GitHub and move chains like Aptos is a light, more sensible, and less mentally taxing solution for developers. There is a panorama for the DAO plugin system, and Coin NFT Airdropper is a part of token module and NFT module. Here is the layer map for DAO plugin system. So plugins such as Coin NFT Airdropper GitHub is empowered with an economic layer so that various economic actions such as airdropping and crowdfunding can occur targeting repo and organization. The next part is the project framework. We are using MoveDID to connect Aptos account with GitHub account and using airdroppers to airdrop coin NFT by GitHub account list or Aptos account list. So an indexer that is a backend program. Okay, let me have a brief introduction to the contract. So the structs we could record the airdropper behaviors by events, and the events could be shown by the dApp. So in the functions, we could airdrop coins to an account list, average or not average, and airdrop NFTs to the account list. Okay, in the next, there will be a short demo video.
Hi, this is Steve from Nonsgeek DAO, and I'm currently doing a demo video for our project, which is called Airdropper based on GitHub. So this is based on a very simple idea that sometimes we want to reward developers on GitHub communities based on the repository they've contributed to. And our way of doing that is by looking up their Apple's address using our internal solution, which is called MoveDID. And after that, by getting those addresses, we create airdrops of coins and also NFT to reward them for their efforts in the community for development. And as you've heard, this basically is comprised of like three part of our project. First part is getting the airdrop addresses by looking up their GitHub account, and second is airdropping the coins to them, and finally we can also airdrop NFTs to them. And all of these are based on the Apple's network. So I'm gonna do a step-by-step demonstration for all of these functions for you over here. So the first step, very simply, is just looking up their Apple's address on our solution, which is called MoveDID, which also participated in the Dora Hacks Apple's grant for the last round. And here you basically just enter their GitHub IDs. For example, we have 3 developers over here. And then you click on the Get Airdrop Addresses button. And all of them is going to pop up down here on the list over here. And after that, the next step is to create an airdrop even to all of these addresses that we've already looked up. So click on the Coin Airdropper tab. And then you fill all the addresses, and then they're gonna like automatically pop up down here. And you can notice that one of the addresses, the GitHub IDs we input over the other tab, doesn't have an address associated with that, and that's not gonna be like pop up over here. And given that these addresses here are actually fake ones, which cannot be airdropped, apparently, we're going to use some actual addresses for this demo purpose only. But you get the idea behind like the like popping out the addresses using the like information from the other tab. So here we need to first, before doing that, connect to our wallet, which will be the source of all the APT coins, and APT coins will be deducted from like this wallet we're connected to. Yeah. So after it's connected, we input the addresses for the airdrop. We also input the description for the airdrop. And then we have the amount for each of the address. So here, for example, we give each of them like 0.3 Apple coin. And then after all of these information is filled in, we click on the airdrop same amount to each address button. And we wait for a message from the wallet. So here you can see that 0.6 Apple coins in total will be deducted from this wallet, given we are airdropping 0.3 to each of them. Click on approve. And to check if the airdrop has successfully gone through, we have a very helpful helper function over here. It's called other utils. You can just click on it over here, and it's going to pop up all the airdrop information associated with this account. Here, basically, airdrop ID 13 and 14. You have the message, thanks for your contribution. And then we also have the airdrop amount and the timestamp associated with the airdrop, which is 12:13 p.m. and the receiver address. To know the airdrop has successfully gone through. And similarly, notice over here that there's another similar function, except that we, instead of like airdropping the same amount of coin to each address, we can customize the amount to each of the addresses. And it works the same. So just input the address over here. And then also the airdrop amount. So say 0.7 to the first address and 1.2 to the second. Click on this message. And wait for the approval message from the wallet to display. And as expected, it's showing up like deducting 1.9 coins in total. Click on approve. And similarly, the same airdrop information is going to be recorded over here with the airdrop ID, the sender address, recipient message, amount, whatnot, everything basically. Okay, so that's for the coin airdropper. And then we also have the NFT airdropper. It works very similarly. So in this address, we have some like test NFT minted already. And to do the airdrop, you need to input the addresses for the recipients. And here we're going to use the same address. And then all the fields down here are the metadata for the NFT. So we have the address of the creator. We have the name of the collection, the name of the token, the property version for the NFT, and finally the amount airdrop to each address. And click on submit to airdrop NFT.
Now you can see they're like deducting 2 tokens from this address and also have the image for the NFT and the name of the token. It's actually 2 NFT to each of these addresses, but I think the wallet plugin doesn't work correctly, but you're gonna see that later in the other utils tab. Click on approve. And then go to the other utils tab. And under the airdrop token events, you can see that the timestamp for 12:22 p.m. is here and has the information for the airdrop, the recipient, collection name, token name, author name, etc. Okay, so that's for the NFT airdrop. And something specific to Apple is that after you airdrop the NFT to the recipient, they're not gonna have the token immediately, but rather they need to like claim the token. So we also have this like to consumer function over here. which is really simple, that you get connected to the wallet for the recipient, and then you only input one field name, which is called airdrop ID. And over here, we know that the airdrop ID of 9 corresponding to the recipient X41. And then go to the NFT airdropper tab. Disconnect this wallet, go to the recipient one. And over this tab, input the airdrop ID.
The last thing is the team introduction. Our team called Nastic DAO, which is a decentralized developer DAO that based on GitHub, which focus on Move from 2022. Okay, and there is some links for our projects. Okay, and there is my Telegram, my WeChat, and the homepage for our DAO. Okay, the slogan of our DAO is cool-oriented programming.